All right, welcome everybody. This is Metal and Miniatures podcast by Josh and John, and it's our first podcast. I got my amazing buddy here, Joshua.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Welcome to my house.
I appreciate you having me over.
You know, this place is always good for some Dr. Thunder and some oatmeal cream pies.
Tasty.
We've decided for our first topic to talk about the different types of Facebook posters. You have anything to say about that?
Yeah, we started with a pretty good list, about 10, and we figured we could narrow it down to 6 of our favorites and 6 of the best posts we could talk about. So
cool. Well, we each got 3, right? Our 3 kind of favorites or most interesting kind of posters.
Our favorite posters.
And we just want to clarify, we're not trying to point anyone out. We're not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. We think that all these kinds of posters, everyone's kind of participated in for, you know, a little part of their Facebook life, and it's just kind of something funny to laugh at. And
although there are good and negatives about each of them.
Yeah, I think that there's positive and negative parts to all 6 of these kinds of posters, and we'll try to hit on that. So,
okay.
Hey, so do you remember when you first joined Facebook?
Well, vaguely. I remember starting with MySpace, and I actually I thought it was pretty cool, and then everybody told me that it was kind of lame. Everybody else was doing Facebook, so I thought I should.
All your cool friends told you
all
that.
All my cool friends said to get on Facebook, and it, from what I knew, it started as just like a college thing, and they're like, well, you're in college, you should join Facebook, so I did.
It's like
look at me now.
A state of maturation.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, I remember joining Facebook also in college and kind of thinking that, oh man, this is so much better than email. Because I remember trying to email a ton of my friends, like every month at least, so I could keep in contact with them. And, you know, having moved around a decent amount, you know, in my life throughout high school, I was sending tons of, you know, more emails than I should have at my age. Yeah. And so Facebook was like, oh, finally, like a little black book where, you know, it's actually easy to communicate with people.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
All right, so why don't you start us out, Josh, with our first type of Facebook poster?
Okay, so the first one that I think I see a lot of is the negative poster. So
okay.
Not to say that, you know, not a lot of people do it, but there are quite a few that just will start out with a topic that's just something about they hate their life, and and they I mean, I don't know what they want exactly, but they basically start with they hate their life. I mean, what's your take on the negative? I mean, do you even see negative posters on your?
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course. Sometimes I guess you just gotta throw it out there to the world and let everyone know how much your life sucks more than theirs. But so why do you think people post as negative posters?
Well, I guess with this, and there could be some that just need to vent. I can't say that I have really posted anything like that. Not saying that I'm awesome or anything.
You're above that, aren't you? You're just way better than all of us.
Yeah. No, I just say maybe people need to vent and just put their problems out there and to have people to talk to.
I guess on the flip side, you could say that maybe people post negatively because they just want the attention. You know, like, hey everybody, look how bad my life sucks, kind of thing.
That's true. However, when you look at Facebook, it does say, "How are you feeling?"
Oh.
You know, that's the way that they're putting. So if that's how they're feeling, maybe they do want a pity party. But I guess if that's how they're feeling, doesn't mean that I like it. But
all right, okay.
But that's what I mean. And I guess the real question is, do you think that that's a good outlet for people's personal problems? Do you think it's therapeutic, John?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it can be therapeutic. I think that it can kind of, well, like I said, I don't think that there that I don't think that people are only negative Facebook posters. I do think that people, me or you, and well, not you because you're better than all of us, but
Right.
but me included. I think that we might get on a negative posting tangent, right? And so like maybe the next 2 weeks full of posts or something, I'll be like, like toe hurts, or I got in a car wreck, or or,
Yeah.
or whatever, and just complain and complain and complain. So I think it can be therapeutic, but I mean, the problem with the internet is we're losing so much face time with
Yeah.
each other as the human race, and so it can be therapeutic. I don't think that it's the only way to get that therapy, though. So
Yeah.
is it appropriate? Sure. I mean, I think it depends on case basis.
Yeah.
But
not to drag on this topic too long, but I think
you're so negative.
No, and this is a positive. This is,
Oh, okay.
This is my one positive.
Oh, okay.
Is, I think that everybody should have an outlet and talk about their problems. So it's just up to them if they want to advertise them.
Okay.
So
Cool. I got one for you.
okay, hit me.
My first one is the kids poster, right? So I'm a parent, right? I'm a parent,
I concur.
and sometimes as a parent, you kind of get stuck on just talking about your kids. You're just posting pictures about them. You're just posting about how funny they are or how aggravated you are by them. As a non-parent, as a non-kid owner, does it bother you that people, maybe like me or other people, will get stuck on a kid posting tangent and just only post about their kids?
Well, I think for people who I know, their kids and stuff, I do think a lot of them are funny and it's good to post. But being a non-kid owner,
I buy my kids at Walmart.
Yeah, well, that's good. Good prices. It seems like it's like an exclusive club of sorts when you're not someone who has kids. But then again, that could totally change once I have kids. But it just seems like all the parents will post back and forth, and I'd be like, that's good. I mean, I think it's funny.
It's like you're not invited to this conversation because you have no idea.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I post, I'll be like, I'll make my post be like, you don't even know. So that's how I feel about that. I mean, obviously you have kids, so is that why you think people post like that, or?
Well, no, I mean, I honestly think that sometimes when you're a parent, sometimes the only thing interesting in your life is your kids. And I mean, I've been there. I used to be a stay-at-home dad, before I went out and earned a paycheck. And really, your whole life really does revolve around your kids. And so really, I mean, you can think that might be a sad thing that people don't have anything other than just their kids to kind of run their lives. But it's also a positive thing for people who really, really do like their kids.
Yeah, that's true.
And sometimes you non-kid owners who might get bugged by it just have to deal with the Facebook posts.
That's true. Like I said, I'll like some of them, and I know that being a stay-at-home mom or dad, in your case, is sometimes 10 times harder than going to work. So
I totally agree with that.
But yeah, I mean, I think even some of the kid dialogue, as I so call it, and you can't see you're not guilty of this one.
No, go ahead and explain it. It's funny.
So basically, it's all quotation where it says Kid Edgar says something like really funny in quotations, and Dad says this, and Edgar says this, Dad says this, and as funny as it is, it's just like I need it all. I don't know if I need it all scripted out for me, but it is.
It really. I am guilty of this. I've written out the play script. Like this is what my kid said, and this is what I said back to her, and this is what she said back to me. Ha 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 ha! Isn't that hilarious? Yeah.
Totally hilarious.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
So what's your next one?
So the next one is what we'll call the workout poster.
Oh yeah, the workout posters. I love it.
This is basically consists of explaining the workout. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing, but I feel bad enough about not exercising as it is. So when they say how good they are and how much they lift, when they lift like 6 times my body weight, it kind of does make you feel bad.
So is this like a guilt-induced anger at these, like you see these posts and you're angry at them because they also make you feel guilty?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't like guilt. So
I know.
when they say stuff. How do you feel about it?
I mean,
Do you have any posters like this?
I mean, I obviously have posters like this, and as an average American who gets on the wagon and then off the wagon on their workout schedules.
Yeah.
Like when I'm on it, I always want to be like, yeah, high five, we're awesome together,
Yeah.
But then when I'm off it, oh man, I suck.
If I ever got on that wagon, I'd probably feel that way too.
Well, why do you think some people post as workout posters?
I would say, even though I'm not huge into workout, I mean, I do work out every once in a while, but even though I'm not a huge workout, I would say they're proud of working out. They're proud of what they're doing. It's kind of like a motivational thing. Like, I posted it, so now I got to follow up with it.
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
Yeah, I think that there's kind of another side of that coin. I think that some people, and maybe it's not intentional, but it still happens. But when people post, their workouts, they do a really good job of making everyone feel the weaklings, scrawny arm people that they are.
I'm scrawny arm people.
You are, and I'm getting there because I haven't worked out for a really long time either. So
yeah, but that's true.
But I think people are genuinely proud of working out, and that's kind of, they want to state their accomplishments the same way that people who have kids want to state their accomplishments on Facebook too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean that's just another one that I see a lot of. So next one, if you want to be so kind.
I'd love to. I have one that's kind of like the negative poster. I think that there's lots of actually kind of interplay between these two, so I'll try to differentiate it as best as I can. But
right.
Words are hard, so we'll see if I can do it.
Words are really hard.
It's the vague poster.
All right.
So it's the poster who decides to post, maybe half a sentence about whatever they're thinking,
right.
And you can never actually know what they're thinking.
Yeah.
You have to actually dig for more information, and
so
it's forcing your hand to post or to like their post so that you could actually get a little bit more information.
That's
And so
to post.
I mean, I don't get it. Is this an attention-seeking thing? Do people do this because they're like, oh, is this fishing for likes? Is it the equivalent of I'm fishing for people to comment on my Facebook page?
I mean, I could see it that way. I mean, because no matter what, if anything is going to come up this post, there is going to have to be a comment. But I think possibly it could be just, just like it's a social network, so they're just putting it out there and they want to have some sort of conversation.
No, that's true. I guess they have as much right for it to be a social network as other people do.
Yeah.
Even if it's kind of a weird way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was thinking the vague poster must be the quintessential introvert introduction of a topic. It's like best day ever, or I can't believe that just happened, and that's all I post.
Yeah. Well, or it could be it could be the extrovert that wants to have a huge conversation about it. I mean, as an introvert myself, I wouldn't start that way to build up a conversation, to talk about my personal life.
So you're defending the introverts,
yeah.
and you're pointing the finger back at the extroverts,
yes,
like me.
Yes, that's exactly what I was
All right.
The introvert me is pointing
I
at
get
the
it.
extrovert.
You know what kind of goes along the same lines of this like vague posting are hashtags. Now, I get it. Facebook is to MySpace what Twitter is to Facebook. Like it's kind of like the newer version. I get it. Yeah. Hashtags are for Twitter, bro. Like, don't be bringing that hashtag crap over on Facebook. If you want to post on Twitter, stay over at Twitter.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm like a Facebook purist, right?
Yeah.
Like I can't change over to
That's
Facebook or to Twitter.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know.
Well,
I've just never gotten the hashtag thing. I think it's just helping people be lazy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why it bothers me.
Yeah.
Like, just say what you want to say.
That's
I don't know.
That's true. I mean, I think it's an excuse to put a list of words that say what you're meaning to say instead of saying it and throwing a hashtag in front of it. But then there's also, this kind of goes along with the negative poster, but the specifically people have a lot of people complaining about people complaining about people complaining. So people complaining about
Okay.
hashtag people, but that can be just as annoying as people complaining about people who hashtag or throw a bunch of hashtags.
Complaining about complaining.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but
Right.
whatever.
All right. Well, we're down to our two most favorite
Yes.
kind of Facebook posters.
The best for last.
We saved the best for last. Why don't you hit us with your absolute favorite, or
Okay.
maybe it's your least favorite? I don't know.
Okay.
The ones that annoy you the most.
So this is one that, I mean, I don't know if you personally know anybody that does this. The controversial poster.
Oh yeah, I don't know anyone that's like
I
that.
have someone specifically that's sitting across from the table from me right now that might be guilty of this, and that is just basically taking a topic and putting 7 paragraphs on Facebook of how they feel and saying, their opinion, which is fine, about certain topics.
Sure.
And basically getting 600 comments back.
So, okay. Let me ask. Do you like it when people post controversial Facebook topics?
I would say. I think it's fine. I don't really care what people post. I think it's someone, no offense,
Oh,
just
you're gonna hurt my feelings.
wanting to put their opinion out there and wanting something. They are looking for people to comment back, which is fine. They want to start an argument, but that's the post that you'll see at the top of your Facebook for a week.
Yeah.
Because people keep commenting back. So
Well,
it's just a good way.
Maybe it's just a utilitarian way of me just like, instead of posting 500 small, vague Facebook comments, maybe I'm just like, I'm gonna put this one that'll rattle the cages.
That very well could be.
Why do you think maybe I post controversial topics, or maybe not me? Why do you think other people post controversial topics?
Well, it is a way to get the news out there. I'm sure they want to have everybody understand what's going on in the news, like different topics of, are vaccinations good around flu time? What kind of how people feel, or I mean, because apparently vaccinations give people autism and stuff. So
Yeah, I mean,
so there's those.
that'll be a different podcast, I'm sure.
Yeah, and education, what people feel about education, about how
Oh,
well
yeah.
teachers are, how well parents are, or just politics in general. So, I mean, it gets the news out there, but I think they're just, making conversation on there.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that, again, there's two sides of the coin here. I think that one part is, I really just like having really good discussion. That's why I post.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people do. They just like having
Yeah.
good discussions. But I also think that, the kind of darker, awful side of this is people just want to prove that they're smarter than everyone else on Facebook.
So that's why you do it.
I didn't say that's why I do it. I don't think I have an inferiority complex, but words are hard. But sometimes it is nice to have an interesting discussion on Facebook instead of just talking about us making brownies last week or something. You want to know what's frustrating to me about controversial posts?
Yeah.
Having waged many a war on Facebook.
What's that?
I mean, there's lots, but one of my biggest pet peeves is people posting memes. Right? Like we've all seen them. They're the square boxes. They have some words at the top, words at the bottom, and then a picture that somehow represents whatever those words are. Yeah. And a lot of them are really clever.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not really even a controversial post, but some people just post the memes. And this happens especially during like election time, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, Republicans are stupid, or Democrats are communist, or
because they sound like that when they're post.
Yeah, that's how I read the memes, you know. And it's just, can't people just have an original thought, you know, instead of just posting? Like, I don't mind people posting those if they want to start a discussion, but don't just post it. Be like, point.
Yeah,
I win. You know.
That's true with ones that. The only excuse would be funny ones, which it has to make me really laugh hard if that's all they're posting. It has to be really good. But other than that, they should at least have some sort of
some commentary.
Yeah.
Well, so and then here's another one. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm taking your topic and running with it. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, that's totally fine.
So, because
I mean, you're the expert.
I'm getting like all red in the face, right? The other one is. Like the quote, like people will type this out on Facebook. They're like, "I don't want to argue," and then they'll proceed with a controversial post. So,
that's true.
I don't understand if they know it's controversial just by virtue of it being a controversial post. Don't they realize people are probably going to argue with them?
You would think so.
You would.
You would think so, but I mean, I think that's just an excuse just to make people not feel bad when they say stuff. Just be like, it's just my opinion.
It's just my opinion.
Hate it and hate me for it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's just how I feel.
If that's how you end it, then it's all good.
Yeah.
You say the worst things, I'm like, that's just how I feel. I'm like, okay, that's good.
Yeah, and then I mean, maybe I'm the only controversial poster friend that you have on Facebook, but I have a lot. I have a lot of people on Facebook that'll post a lot of controversial things that I agree and disagree with, which is, you know, I like that. And what really bothers me is someone who posts, you know, something controversial, and then the topic just turns into an echo chamber, where everyone is just high-fiving him for his point of view or her point of view. And so, for instance, I mean, let's use one of yours. We'll do vaccinations, right? Okay. So someone will say, yeah, people who get vaccinations are way smarter than people who don't get vaccinations. And like maybe that's all they'll say. Yeah. They won't post an article or anything about that. And then everyone will get on board and bandwagon that and be like, "Oh, dude, yeah, you're so smart. Those people are stupid." And you won't have one dissenting opinion. That's not even a controversial Facebook post. That's, "Hey, everybody, come pat me on the back because you'll think I'm awesome."
And no one's wanting to play devil's advocate.
Right. Right.
Like a stimulating conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I've gotten those before, but that's just kind of like. That's like YouTube too, kind of different.
No, yeah, exactly.
People will have a video and there's just like 600 comments about how stupid it is. Or something.
Right. Yeah. So I'll put it out there. I've said this a million times on Facebook, but I'd much rather have everyone arguing against me on my own Facebook posts, on my controversial Facebook posts, not my kids' ones. But your kids aren't smart. I would much rather have everyone, you know, playing devil's advocate rather than, you know, pat me on the back, because that's what makes the conversation interesting and fun.
That's why you post them. Even though I understand that's why you post them. So.
All right. Well, now that you poked fun at me, here we go.
What have I possibly done?
It's not what you do; it's what you don't do. Here we go. You ready? This is the non-Facebook poster. Okay. These are probably a majority of your friends, because I mean, does anyone have a Facebook account that doesn't have over 100 friends on it? Where most of your friends just don't post, right? Yeah. For whatever reasons they got. Yeah. They don't post. Would you care to elaborate on maybe some of the reasons that you don't post? Like, what do you actually use Facebook for, Josh? Do you?
Well, I'm really trying to say this in a way that doesn't sound stalkerish.
Oh, you're a Facebook stalker.
I like to
guilty.
I like to know what's going on in everybody else's lives, and I don't like to say what's going on in my own life. I love my life.
You are a Facebook peeping Tom.
Right? No. I just like to keep tabs and see whatever's posted.
Oh man.
And honestly, I overthink. Here I am doing a podcast talking. I don't I don't like people. I don't like saying stuff that I'm thinking for whatever reason on Facebook. That's the main thing.
You don't want people understanding the crazy thoughts in your head.
Yes, exactly.
Well, how about this one? I don't know. I don't actually think this is you because you are the no poster. You are like the perfect Facebook.
No poster.
Yeah, like the Facebook stalker. How about the people that will not stop sending you those game requests
and don't post and just send.
They're only on there playing Facebook games.
Yeah.
Like I get it. The games are free and some of them are okay.
Right.
Like I play Facebook games.
Right.
But do they realize that there's probably a million better games out there that they can play on their computer?
Yeah, or even, they don't even send the good games on Facebook. They send the really crappy games that you're like, after 10 requests, I'm not interested.
No, I don't want to play Pet Rescue Saga anymore.
No.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Right?
There may be some people out there that do that, but yeah, after so many requests, but they keep coming. Although, there was a time with Candy Crush.
Oh, Candy Crush.
Yeah, Crush. I was really pushing that. I needed to get to the next level, so I did.
You really needed help.
Really needed help. So, I'd say in my defense, I needed help. So
you've also been the the game request no poster, as well as the stalker.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you
just
fit
for
this.
Candy Crush.
How about this one? Do you use Facebook Chat?
Yeah, actually I do.
Okay. So, there's some people who maybe just use Facebook for Facebook Chat.
That's true.
There's also like 1,000 other options that aren't Facebook to chat with people.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I don't know why people just use Facebook Chat. Maybe because GChat's really good.
Well, when you're busy stalking people on Facebook, it's just easy to pull up your chat and chat with someone.
Let's see. And then, again, I like people who don't post, but you'll always see what random picture they liked from some random Facebook page, right? Oh, clean funny pics, or this made me laugh so hard Facebook page. And they like it because it's a funny meme or it's a funny whatever, and you always see that they liked it, but that's all you get from them.
But sometimes it's really funny, like a great white shark in a swimming pool saying that's your childhood fear.
Oh.
I'm just saying that sometimes there's really funny pictures that you just think are really funny.
I totally forgot about that when I was pointing this out. You really are the no poster.
I did, yeah, and I did post that picture.
You're as much of the
I liked it.
You did.
Right, and then my page or something.
I think you actually posted back on my wall too.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well, you thought it was funny, right?
So at least you posted something.
That's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a big step for you.
Yeah.
Well, and then I think that the kind of the last category of the no poster is the normal person who doesn't obsess over Facebook.
Okay.
For instance, I think I visit Facebook a lot. It's connected to my phone.
Yeah.
I visit at least once a day.
Yeah.
Check up. I don't always post.
Right.
And I don't always read everything on Facebook. But there are some people who maybe look at Facebook maybe once every week or 2 weeks or something, just kind of to catch up maybe on anything.
Yeah.
And I think those normal people don't post a lot, right? Because they don't need to.
Yeah, we don't.
Their social life is somewhere other than on the internet.
Yeah.
So,
that's true.
So in the no posters defense, which this is not you because you're always on Facebook.
But we're really normal.
Not you, not we. This isn't you. This is normal people.
Oh, okay.
So I think that this is a good point with the no poster. How many friends do you have on Facebook?
I have 179.
You have 179.
179. How many do you have something to say about that, or do you?
Oh no, I mean no. Well, I have to tell you how much I have because it's more than you, and it makes me feel better.
Oh, okay. Well,
so I have 226.
Oh man.
I know so much more,
Yeah.
right? I know there's people out there laughing because they have 10,000 friends on Facebook, right? We're like complete
best friends on Facebook.
losers.
Yeah.
So out of the a percentage of the 179, right? Is that what you have? 179. Yeah. So out of the 179, what percentage do you think that you actually see post on a monthly basis?
Well, it's kind of hard because I know that some of them don't necessarily show up all the time, but I mean, at least all of them maybe will post like once a month on average, but then there's the people who post like 100 times a day. So, but that's on
Okay.
on average. I mean, for you the same or
Yeah, I bet that it's got to be in the 10 to 20% range of people that I see like post on a monthly basis.
Oh, no, okay, so that 10
You
to
know?
20, okay, yeah.
So I mean, and that's not a whole lot. That's 20 to 40, I think, people.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I don't know. Maybe that's because all my friends have blocked me.
That makes sense.
maybe I just have a bunch of friends that won't unfriend me because they don't want to hurt my feelings.
I didn't even think about that, but maybe. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I need to reconsider my life a little bit right now. My Facebook life.
Yeah, that's a big part of everyone.
Play a little bit more Candy Crush and a little less controversial poster.
Yeah. I mean, that's what some people do. A little less posting. Maybe I should post something once a year.
Yeah.
So.
Well, anything you want to say about Facebook?
After
What is our Facebook interaction mostly? I mean, you and I mean, we see each other a lot,
yeah.
right? So, but we also, we actually interact on Facebook a little, every once in a while. What's our main interaction on Facebook?
Well, I mean,
do you think?
I think we do comment or message each other every once in a while. But we also
we chat.
We play pool, and then yours is. There's only a few people I usually even comment on, but if you'll post something, I'll maybe make a comment.
Yeah.
On it, but mainly like pool, interaction.
Message
each other.
I was gonna say pool too.
Yeah,
we play pool a lot on Facebook.
Yeah, so.
Do you want to share who usually wins a pool?
Nope. I think that concludes the.
Cool. Well, this concludes our first attempt at, putting a podcast together. Again, this is my friend Josh, and I'm John, and this is our podcast, Metal in Miniatures. Hope everyone enjoys it.
Yeah.
Leave comments below wherever it's posted to let us know what you think about it and how badly we suck.
Yeah, and how much you hate posters that post podcasts. So.
All right, well, everyone have a good night.
All right, thanks.